Fascinating story to tell about politics tonight, and we put it out on our flyer, didn't we? Okay, so in the flyer we said something that we're not sure whether people were calling us and asking what does it mean. So we said between 9:05 and 9:45 we are dealing with this. A media team totally stunned by responses from live audience at a town hall meeting that seems to have gone south against the plan. More shocking details, and that you shouldn't miss this one. Okay, so look at this photograph. So without knowing what is happening, what does this photograph depict in terms of the emotions being expressed by the people in the photograph? So there are two men and two ladies. Look at their face closely. Put this on the TV and give it a close-up. Candidate number 1 in white. Candidate number 2 also in white. Look at their faces. See how shocked and flabbergasted, overwhelmed, astounded they are. They are surprised about something. See this beautiful lady, the one in the blue skirt. See the way she's looking at it. So they are looking in the direction of the stage, you know. And I'm going to show you why they were so overwhelmed. Politics can be very interesting, isn't it? Politics is very, very interesting. So viewers, that's a bit of a gossip story that we are sharing with you at the beginning of our presentation tonight. But this is what it is. So these are my friends in the media colleagues. They went to Kumasi to conduct a town hall meeting. Now, ONUA FM is noted for being very critical of government, which is very necessary for a democracy. There have to be some people who are critical of government. There's no problem with that. And they broadcast matters that are critical of government. So when they set out to go out there to Kumasi, what people believe is the Ashanti region being the stronghold of the ruling government, they went out to set out a town hall meeting. And this town hall meeting was to get people to express themselves about the current economic hardships occurring in Ghana, especially, and some other parts of the world. So they were hoping, and that's our guesswork anyway, they were hoping that this town hall meeting, given their philosophy of being critical to government, going into the belly of the elephant in the Ashanti region, they were expecting widely and broadly and generally that people who turned up at the town hall meeting will be very critical of government, because it's very easy, it's a low-hanging fruit, and it's a no-brainer these days. If I set up a table somewhere and I'm live on TV and I say, people should come and tell me about their hardships, you can understand. You're going to have a lot of people come. Even in times when it's good, you're going to have people still coming to say. So they were hoping that they're going to design this coming out of the belly of their elephant, right in the center, the citadel of MPP and UP politics, Ashanti region. And they went to the Nat Hall in Kumasi in Amakom to demonstrate practically that the government was doing very badly and that the government was actually unpopular in its own stronghold. Now, listen to the story of what happened and how they look so bemused, looking at the audience who attended the program that they had set up, which was running live on television. Okay, so live on radio and television, actually, I should say. So one of them, candidate number 1, who was asked to come and speak. And you see, when they look like very normal people, they don't seem like they're politicians. They showed up and then they spoke. So the candidate number 1 came to surprisingly do a blast about free SHS. He was being asked, what are the economic hardships that you have in your pocket right now? Tell us how bad the Akufo-Addo government is doing. This was live on radio in Accra and live on another radio station in Kumasi, and they were broadcasting it. So you see how bemused they are. Let me now show you why. Show the first video, the guy who spoke about free SHS. This is what he said.
Near Tosso, a Miami Chrome Kofiase, Nequai, Captain Nelly, were so as cinema school say a scholarship, a free school, a free education. So what kind of work can I say? Medawasi free education. Ghana, how will be anyone who was your name could be? It's Abano, and what dear, my man 100%. Near Tosumianu. Mikro mampon kwai me papa no wo share man asene for bade me won e bedi DCE mampon kofiase kwai eba green bookum se yagusu kotal sabe ne ho ye man ho ene nanado adodankwa adodrava nadawroma ene kwai ne yayi Efiri ho eko anyinasu. Eko anu ko hwe. Akakra bi ne aduru anyinasu. Aban na yade. Wa yade pa na ade mienu bi na mesra ban. Yase etirente ya nya cheso. Minimi nwa captain be ya adwere kakra baabi. Se won hwe baabi a ache ano. Na MP fo no a omo mpese mba ye omo adwuma no. Wonu omo kasa se yidie na ho a onyi omo adi.
So that was okay. Back to the photograph. So please put the photographs on again. So they got there. The guy comes and says, "Oh, free SHS is great." You see the way they are bemused. They were hoping people would come and talk about hardships, and then he spoke about the road to his hometown. And then another guy also came to speak about roads. So they are very surprised. The people that they went to, the people that they believed will be affected negatively by the video, which will be their opponents, political opponents, the MPP, they were not even there. Some of them, apparently, there was no flyer, so people were not even aware. And then everybody started listening to radio. And then this shocking event happened last week. It was totally shocking. So look at their faces. They are surprised. Okay, so it was a 2-day event, actually. And for the first day and the second day, the testimony that was running through from the audience, their responses was that, well, there's hardship. Nobody doubts that. Everybody agrees that there's hardship. Why there's hardship, we can differ on it. Whether it is bad governance, we can differ on it. But in terms of what has been done, what has been achieved, you can't fake that. You see, you can't create that. If circle overpass has been done, it has been done. You cannot say it hasn't been done. If people have gone to school and 1.6 million people have been educated on the back of the taxpayers' money, you cannot say that has not been done. Okay, so, and something that was not there before, which has been done now, that's what we are talking about, because leadership is a continuum. So every leader makes rules, every leader does something. But those leaders who carry the vision, they are able to drop things that are heavy, that did not used to be there, that then become part of our social thinking, becomes part of our social thought. Those are the leaders that we call visionary, isn't it? So this is really a competition about that. And I believe that 2024 election campaign is going to be heavily laden on that one. All right, so this is second video. He came speaking about roads. They believed he was coming to cry about the economic hardships that we are all facing, but he had something else to say. This is what he said.
Damasi, ewo tumedi amodi abai. Yes, that's it. Na mera ho kakra, ewo video bi amoyi ye anope ya ewo apreyi. Hwe ye wo Ghana ha o. Nana Akufo-Addo aba bedi ade 2016 ebe ya e no bedi ade. Apre kwan a omoyi ya aya teche na omoyi no. Contractor was so a oye o. Contractor e was so eso ose mu yi no reporter na o kasa no. Asif say ekwan no ye jaya to one ma omo enye ye de ye wo hanoma ye ba be bona na do abaso ama obia wunyuma pa na do oye na abusafo mutie say yanhwe ye ni ata no ma obia betena kwamu a ena na do wanya hwe na do wanya hwe a yanhwe ye Nyankopon kwa obetua ye ka what I say she yeti kwamu asayo Kumasi airport Kumasi airport obia mo amotie me challenge mo nyina say ye free ya obia ko Kumasi airport na mo ko hwe no mapa ekoso ho akuma na Akufo-Addo aban ena oba ya oye so what I say na Akufo-Addo aban ena oba ya oye na Akufo-Addo ba ye say e ya de a ye wura mama oba e be di ade oba ye na ko ye twa mu ba bia na ado aduru ya e kana na do ba ye ko no so watra ho e ka watra ho minianom me kasa chemo ene obi a wo hwe TV bia say mayen tra ho e ma obi a na da ye se na do ba ye wonya hwe na do wo bo adwuma pa.
Are you now beginning to follow why you have these faces here? Please put the faces on again. Look at their faces. Oh God. But is that how to do politics? You see, I keep saying politics and journalism is an intellectual exercise. Tell them that this is the document, the sessional address Akufo-Addo read in 2017. Out of the things he said he would do, he has done this, he has done that, he has not done this. Show that the government is incompetent by doing a cogent intellectual analysis. Nobody will begrudge you. But if you want to fish and catch, go to Kumasi and do, everybody come and talk about economic hardship. Yeah, you know people are suffering. So, they move to Kumasi, come. Everybody say what is wrong with you. Say how much petrol was in 2014. Tell them how much you are buying the petrol now. That's what they were looking for. Look at their faces. See, project it again. Look at our man, Captain. Oh my God. Hey. These things, 2024's election is going to be brutal. So this is day one. They did 2 days, same testimony. Then they had their friend Apia Stadium, whom I know, also to come and talk. I will show you the response that Apia Stadium got from the audience. Another guy came, third one. So you see how they are bemused. Protect the thing. I like the lady in the blue skirt. You see, she's just worried that, what is happening? Look at the other lady. I like her shoes, white shoes. And the nice top. I think her braids are great as well. But look at her face again. Yeah, she doesn't know what to tell the next lady. The next lady he's holding the microphone, doesn't know what to tell Captain. As for this guy, he takes his hand around his lips. He's totally shocked. But this was their event. They wanted people to come and say something. People came, regular people, not politicians, regular people came and said the opposite. And everything the regular people said, they were pointing to it. They were not imagining. The first guy comes and says, free SHS, I can point to it. Second guy comes and says, I know about the road. Your reporter, when he was showing it, he didn't show the contractor was on. He is criticizing the media for poor journalism. The normal guy, everyday guy, is criticizing the ONUA FM people that what you did on this particular road was poor journalism. He didn't even go as far as saying that it's partisan, it's biased. No, that's okay. He said it was poor journalism because the contractor was right there. And your reporter deliberately obscured the work that the contractor is doing so that he can create a story that roads are not being done. This is kind of horrendous politics that they do all the time. A reporter goes, what kind of journalism is this? A reporter goes there, ordinary people see the report and they say, but this reporter was so unfair. The contractor was working on the contract on the road. He was there. And then they depicted it to obscure the work of the contractor so that they can come to a false conclusion for the purpose of propaganda. What's the meaning of propaganda? Propaganda in the dictionary means lies. Google propaganda right now, lies. Historically, a political party in Ghana used to have somebody called propaganda secretary. It took Peter McMahon to complain at IPAC. Now look at this political party. They actually have somebody called propaganda secretary. What is propaganda? It's lies. After a bit of pressure, they changed it and they now call it director of communication Sami Jemfi. Fifi Kwete, when he was director of communication, was called NDC propaganda secretary. What is propaganda? Lies. And they have in their national executive, when they sit down as a national executive, they have one person in the executive who is responsible for dishonest communication. He's called propaganda secretary. Is that how we build a country? Is that how to, even Rawlings who set up the party will not be happy with this. Is that how to build a country? And whilst they've taken off the propaganda secretary, the ethos of what they do is what was reflected in Kumasi. You're going there, the guy comes and says, but your reporter showed it. He didn't show it well. Okay, let's go to the third video. Here it is. Have a look.
Yeah, that's na I'm on my name koso my mupao. Minim samanfo hu se neme koso my mudia. To me, yi ka ajiman. Eneme koso my mupa. Enema de koso my mu. Because me sha 1D 1F. Momle mo akufuado abaso. Memembo na adodan kwa akufuado abaso. 1D 1F. Ofiasante se me ka 1D 1F wasema. Me wa list bi wa metima bobo ama asante man hu se Asante region your 1D 1F. So ukwa kasapreko a dano so kasapreko company limited Aya Juma our Ashanti region. Your Vesta oil processing. Aya Juma our Ashanti region. Your Spring and Boats Company Limited. Aya Juma our Ashanti region. Your Preforce Ghana Limited. Aya Juma our Ashanti region. Your Skyland Street Company Limited. Aya Juma our Ashanti region. Your Unij. Aya Juma our Ashanti region. Yewa Asamoah and Yamua farms. A year Juma our Ashanti region. Then you 1D 1F. ana nado danko akufuado apreso ana atumi aba e wo me se menyini bia miswa nanso me hu na aba bia ba o maye mu a wotuma ye 1D1 everybrebe we e wo maye mu.
After every video, I like you to watch them again. So please project it. Okay, so with each video, we'll choose one of the 4 that we can describe their emotions well. On this occasion, let me pick up. I still like the lady in blue skirt, shall I just. What? So, yeah, so that's it. That's what happened in Kumasi. Now, another person came who went even more political because I guess that this other candidate knew about the political background of the people who were organizing the program. So he went a bit more direct to do and illustrate a comparison between President Mohammed's administration and President Akufo-Addo's administration. He was bold enough to do that. I'm not sure whether he did it very well, given that he's not a politician, he's not a commentator, he's just a normal, regular person. But he tried to do some comparative analysis of the two. Have a listen to that.
Yeah, Damas, Capsus Mast, and Akuma FM, and in Penifo, Yamishamu. Na yana medwene nsem bi ho no ma bi ahame se ye hwe MPP abai ni ye hwe NDC abai a onua MPP abai adi omai su sei emfie sei enu na men ana NDC nso adi sei enu na siaka omampani Lawrence ane Atames. Na be mfa ne kransie yi. Ane mama. Ya hwo mo amamuo na. Ya kaba mo esai ana MPP de yesai. Enti se wo mo di kan no. Aye eno ma nyina yie. Na MPP ba ne yeso beto aso a enko menka ye gina hene. Na yensa musi ya ho se Yasha MPP abaye. Any NDC abaye. When ana waba wabua ahiafo ani asikafo mo nyina ya pe.
So that was the guy who did the comparison. Do you think he did the comparison well? Do you think he should have said more? Do you think okay. Now, there was another lady whose video we had to do a bit of work on. It wasn't very clear, the audio and all that, but we put some work together so that at least it's audible and you can hear and you can sort of follow it as well. She talked about the efforts, and that's really my point. The effort that government is making today, who are the market sellers, they are really the backbone of our economy and the backbone of our livelihoods, the market sellers. And she said government has come in there to the market, in central market, in KJT, in Asafo market, to actually give them loans of about 5,000 cedis. And that she reported that government has actually given loans to 1,200 women. This has never been reported. No government portal has reported this. No state media has not reported it. It has not been reported. This is the people who are trying to solve the problem as the government going down and working with the market sellers. I'd never heard it before. They have not even propagandized it, but they've done it. And so the market women are aware. So when you bring the propaganda, the market women will face you with the truth. Listen to Hajia. She spoke at the event. This is Hajia talking.
Me pa me chawo sabe me duru ba bi na me tesi asi ya pa santime ya sada no enko ne kwaya me fa soda eti me duru ha no mo so mo pa santime ye no mani age pa nti nya me nhira wo mo a wo mo hihya sa program we na de meka ne sai ye ne wa nyina abeka se Ghana ayeden eye no kora Ghana emu ayeden kakra na so pesa wo hu se Ghana ayeden a chiso obusa central market de enti Ghana ayeden yes central market for any betimi akire aban no ene ne dom de enti Ghana emu atimi ayeden kakra ya wa central market na ne emu bu central market no ye kodom 6 o'clock.
I wasn't there, but you heard it. Okay, so now on day 2, I believe, NDC communicator Apia Stadium joined the event, and we'll hear him, but you can't hear him very well. What you hear, though, is the people clapping him away from the stage. But he's an important figure in the National Democratic Congress's communication as far as Ashanti region is concerned. So he was there, he spoke, but you've seen it. And let's listen to what we can get from Apia Stadium and then we'll wrap this up. I don't have much to say. The text messages will say themselves. So here's Apia Stadium also trying to salvage the situation. Yes, so I know you didn't hear it well. Forgive me, that video is not a very good video. But I just wanted to get the sense of what happened when Mr. Apia Stadium joined the fray at the NAT Hall, Teachers Hall in Kumasi. For the last time, let me bring back the 4 generals who marshaled the troops. And then we talk about them and then we end the spy. We'll go to social media. If you have anything to say to me, to them, to whatever we are doing, whether you like the show, you don't like it, whether you think we are being gossipy and petty and it's not important, whatever you think, send it to Good Evening Ghana Official right now. And our social media editors, the 3 ladies are editing tonight with Mikhael. They will read it. Okay, final comment. In the name of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Wow. I wish I had their phone numbers. I can send them WhatsApp, and I wish I had their mail addresses. I could send them chocolates. Oh my goodness. If you have something to send them, please send them chocolates, yeah? And then we can save our cocoa farms so we can eat more chocolate. Send them chocolate. They need chocolates. ONUA FM, you guys need chocolates plenty. Please get them chocolate, a lot of chocolate. This guy needs more chocolate. He needs a lot more chocolate. Maybe for him, you add a bit of water. So he can drink water. She will need nice chocolate, nicely done. They are ladies. Chocolate and probably cake, cake made of chocolate fondant, that kind of thing. Send it to them so that they can have some pleasure. It's 10 o'clock exactly.